Hey Dano, this is Tele 101. So what we're going to do, we got the electric guitar plugged into my volume pedal, out of my volume pedal, into the MXR carbon copy delay. And so let me let you hear what this thing sounds like and how I got it ran, okay? It's a little, tiny bit short, and it's a little long there. So it's ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. That's basically what it sounds like. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. That's what you're after. So when you hit your strings, you get a good pop, a good slap back off of the delay. And I've got the mix set. Well, if you can just kind of try to zero in on that sound right there. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. It's kind of a familiar thing you get used to doing. So on my guitar, a lot of times, I run them wide open on the bridge pickup, and I take this knob and I pull it back just a tiny bit. It tends to really increase the warmth of the tone and makes it sound a little special. So what we're going to do first of all is we need to tape these two fingers. If you can put some Scotch tape on them, that'd be great. And you may not need it. But anyway, we're going to take these two fingers and we're going to place them right on the 4th and 3rd string, just like that. And we're going to want to pluck that like that. Both of them at the same time. So I'm getting the 3rd, 4th, but I'm getting them. And this hand is laying down flat. Notice the difference in my hand. My hand's right on top of this little ashtray, and it's just kind of hugging it right there. Now, real quickly, my amp. My amp is set with the treble on 6, the mid-range on 5, and bass on 8. Okay, and that's kind of typical. And I've got my, I know I didn't cover this earlier, I got my volume to where I'm getting this. Get a little bit of a crunchiness to it. So if I hit it hard, I've got a little bit of a crunch, but if I hit it easy, get a little bit of a splat when you hit the double. But if you hit one, it's pretty clean. So you want to get it to where you can splat right there. If you hit one string, here's 2, gives you an idea what that sounds like. So you push the front volume knob into the second volume knob as you hit one string like this, and you let it get a little dirtier. So you shove that preamp into the back end, front preamp into the back preamp, and get a little bit of a crunch. It's kind of what it is. Anyway, so we're going to take these two fingers and we're grabbing the 3rd and 4th string. And so the thing we're going to do is hold the A position just like this. We're not going to do a full A like this or an A like that. We're just going to hold the two strings with one finger. Because all we're going to play is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Those are the only strings we're playing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my downbeat on my bass note for A. And notice how my hand's it's not that kind of a ring, it's a little muffled. So what happens is this hand lays on the bridge and just barely touches those strings, so we get a little bit of a muffled sound. And it works really well. If we were just doing this, put my hand up off the guitar, it's going to ring too much. We want that bass to go. We want it to be as tight and as dead as possible. So I've got my A, I'm saying on my 3rd and my 4th string right here, and that's going to give me my ergonomics for where the hand rests. That particular mid position with the chicken pick and 2 fingers will tell you your hand's in the right spot. If you go to the 5th and 4th, you're going to be kind of out of position, and same thing with 2nd and 3rd. You know what I'm saying? Center of the strings gives you that perfect spot for that hand to sit. So when I go to the low stuff, I do tend to move, but I start there and then I move around. If I go down to the D, I kind of move a little further down with my hand. And if I go to the B and the E string, so I'm kind of, I'm moving back and forth here, but I'm keeping my hand down on the ashtray. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So if I roll a tempo, boom, cut, tune, cut, tune, cut. So kick, snare, I'm gonna go. Every time I hit a double finger pull on a double stop, and this is a double stop, that right there, I'm lifting the left hand up. So I go, left hand comes up, and the right hand goes right back on those strings. So when I hit those fingers go right back on the third and fourth string to mute it. So I'm muting it again, okay? And the left hand does the same thing. Or this left finger, I'm going mash up. But I'm not pulling it off the strings, you know what I'm saying? Just letting off the pressure. So both of these are doing that, left and right hand. So let's do two things. We're gonna do double and the one. We're gonna kind of jump in deep, and then we're gonna back away and do the bass note. And instead of a double, we'll do a single, which will include your middle finger on this hand. So we'll do A, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason I'm doing this so slow, I want your fingers to go back on the string. Mute. We're back muting again, okay? Mute. So that just shows you how much time it takes to do that. Speed it up. 2, 3, 4. Back on them. My hand, laying on them. Laying on them. I can take my hand off and it still mutes really well. So that's kind of what you want. 3, 4. Now let's do it in a sequence of boom, got, doom, got, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And notice how that's muted, right? It's not that, it's muted. So getting this right hand is going to be important. Let's try it again. 2, 3, 4, and holding the A. Back on mute. You can see that hand move, right? I'm not just staying up when I pluck. I'm not doing that, right? However, that's good to do at certain points and times, but